Hey everyone, James Lynch here for Odds Checker, taking a look at Saturday's UFC Vegas 45 card, which is the last event of 2021. So let's get right into it. We're going to be looking at the main card here. And this card, of course, starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time, so regular time, and it's going to be taking place at the Apex, where the majority of events have been taking place, but just keep in mind, smaller cage for this one. Let's start on the main card with Darren Elkins and Cub Swanson, kind of a throwback fight, fun one here in the featherweight division. You see here Cub Swanson, the favorite at minus 200, Darren Elkins, the underdog. Look at the age, though, here, 37 and 38, so both older fighters in the division, but kind of a fun matchup here. Elkins going to be a little bit taller with the 5'10" compared to 5'8", and 71-inch reach compared to 70. So really fun fight to open up the main card. After that, we've got a really cool fight in the lightweight division between Diego Ferreira and Matias Gamrot. You'll see here Gamrot, there's a lot of hype behind this guy. Minus 180, come back on Ferreira, plus 155. 36 years old here for Diego Ferreira, 31 years old for Gamrot. Gamrot, of course, coming off that really nice win over Jeremy Stephens. We finished him in the first round. And Ferreira has lost 2 in a row. Kind of forget that this was a guy a couple fights ago who had a stoppage win over former champion Anthony Pettis. So we'll see if Ferreira can get back on the winning track here. He's one of 2 Fortis MMA fighters on this card, including Macy Chasson, who's on the prelims. You'll see there, even though Gamrot's a little bit taller, it is Diego Ferreira who's going to have the reach advantage with 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. All right, next fight we're going to look at Raphael, Assuncao, Ricky Simón, prospect versus veteran, so to speak. Assuncao, big underdog here, plus 220. Ricky Simón, minus 275. 39 years old here for Raphael Assuncao, 29 years old here for Simón, so 10-year age gap. And Simón's going to be a little bit bigger here, 5'6" and a 70-inch reach compared to just 5'5" with a 66.5-inch reach. If Assuncao loses, I think he's going to get cut here. Simón coming off a nice win in his last fight, so obviously Assuncao's got to be on his A game if he wants to get it done. Assuncao's got more experience. We'll see if that carries on in this fight. Next fight we're going to look at here, Amanda Lemos, Angela Hill. Lemos, the favorite here, minus 380. The comeback on Hill, plus 300, 34 to 36. So not a huge age gap there. 5'4" and 65-inch reach compared to 5'3" and 64.5-inch reach. Lemos has been on quite the roll. So she's going to see if she can get sort of the first notable opponent under her belt. 4-fight win streak. Finished 3 of those opponents in that span, has looked outstanding over the last couple fights, and Hill needs to get back on the winning track, coming off the loss to Torres, and then has actually lost 3 of her last 4, I should say, but 2 of those losses were to Gadea and Michelle Watterson, 2 outstanding fighters in the weight class. Co-main event, Stephen Thompson, Bilal Muhammad. Interestingly enough, Stephen Thompson re-signing with the UFC before this fight, so he's going to stick around at 38 years old, which is interesting. And he's the favorite here, minus 250. The comeback on Bilal Muhammad, plus 200. You look at it there, Thompson a little bit bigger here, 6 feet tall compared to 5'11", and 75-inch reach compared to 71. So Thompson will have some advantages in this fight. Thompson looking to rebound from his loss against Gilbert Burns. He's actually still won 2 of his last 3 fights, but overall he's lost 3 of his last 5. So looking to get a big win here against Bilal Muhammad. Muhammad has been undefeated in his last couple fights. Just the last loss coming against Jeff Neal in 2019, but nice winning streak here. 5-fight unbeaten streak, 6-fight unbeaten streak actually. Coming off a nice win over former title challenger Damian Maia, and then prior to that had that eye poke fight with Leon Edwards, which too bad we didn't get to see that one play out, but really pivotal fight here in the welterweight division. For Muhammad, it's about getting a nice win on the resume, and for Thompson, it's about staying relevant. Can he still be a contender in this weight class? Really interesting fight there in the co-main event. The main event, we've got Derrick Lewis taking on Chris Daukaus, classic prospect versus veteran matchup. Lewis, obviously the more experienced here, 25-8, but he's the underdog here at plus 120. Part of that is the age, right? He's a little bit older here than Lewis, or than Daukaus, I should say. 36 years old here for Derrick Lewis, 32 years old for Daukaus, and they're physically pretty similar here in the sense of that Lewis is 6'3", as is Chris Daukaus. 79-inch reach for Lewis, 76-inch reach for Daukaus. If you look here though, Daukaus much lighter here at 231 compared to 264. So we'll see if Daukaus' speed will be a factor in this fight. Make sure you stay tuned on this channel. I will have my pick for the main event here, but really good opportunity for both fighters. If Lewis wins, he still stays in the driver's seat. He's coming off that loss to Cyril Gahn. Daukaus has not lost since joining the UFC last year, so he's looking to get his spot as a contender in the heavyweight division here. So really big fight to close the year out for the UFC. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What are your picks for this main card? What are your picks in general? Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel at OddsChecker US, where you will find my breakdowns every single week along with my fighter interviews. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.